really, are we attacking up the middle really effectively, and if they do something to stop that, can we attack off tackle real effectively? And then, of course, we'll always have a way of getting the ball outside. All right, the last thing we're going to look at in this initial introduction of how we're going to call plays is the cross buck series. So we talked about how you can run dive and how you can run sneak and how you can run power plays. Well, the cross buck is a great way of running several plays inside the same look so the defense stays really confused. And basically when you run cross buck, the quarterback and the fullback are going to go one way. Okay, so the quarterback and the fullback are going to work one side. The halfback and the tailback are going to work the other side. And so we've got plays going up the middle, plays going to the left, plays going to the right, and they all look the same way. Okay, so if we were to do this, and basically in this example right here, if we were to call, let's say we were going to call, any of the crossbuck series, the way it would work is that the fullback, let's say out of this formation, the fullback would be going to the right, the halfback would be going to the left, and the tailback would be leading over here to the left for the halfback. Now, as this happens, the quarterback is going to reverse out, act like he's giving the ball to the fullback, turn around real quick, act like he's giving the ball to the halfback, and then run as hard as he can over here. So if we were to do this, the line doesn't have to know anything that's going on any different. We could, out of doing this right here, we could call 30 crossbuck, and that would be the fullback getting the ball in the zero hole right there, right to the right, just straight up the middle, right to the right of the center, where we're all just basically firing off and getting the man in front of us. But while the fullback is going as hard as he can up the middle, the tailback and this halfback are faking as hard as they can, like they're leading over here off tackle to the left. So these guys are going as hard as they can to the left. Fullback's going as hard as he can up the middle. The quarterback's going to give the best fake he possibly can, like carry it out like he's giving the ball to the halfback, and I'll work with him on how to do that. And once he does, he's going to sprint as hard as he can to the right. This should be a good play for us because our tailback and our halfback are, the ones that we know that we've got are good athletes, are really quick. Quarterback was probably the quickest kid in the league last year. So when you look at it, probably scored more long touchdowns than anybody else. So when you look at, we've got really quick kids getting over here, we've got a really quick kid getting out here, and so these linebackers that are going to be sitting, they're going to be sitting right back here trying to figure out where the ball is, and the safety's behind them. They don't really know which way to go, and it keeps people from cheating. So this would be an example of 30 crossbuck. Okay, if we called 30 crossbuck. Now, here the next thing I'll do is I'll show you what would happen if we called the 47 crossbuck. Okay, so with the 47 crossbuck, let me draw our people in here. This would be out of I right 47 crossbuck. Okay, so here's our four-back right here. All right, so the crossbuck, basically, again, the quarterback and halfback are going to go one way. Quarterback and fullback are going to be attacking one way. Okay, the tailback and halfback are going to be attacking the other. And so if we were to call 47 crossbuck, basically everybody's going to run through those same paths. We're going to fake to the fullback, going as hard as he can right there. So the quarterback's going to turn out, fake to him, and then be standing right here, right where the fullback was. The halfback's going to be getting the ball going towards the 7 hole, which is right here where we've been attacking all through this first presentation. Everybody up front is going to block just like 7 hole was a while ago. The tailback is going to lead and block the end out here, kick him out. The one thing that's different is that when we run the crossbuck, either outside or off tackle or whatever, we're replacing the fullback who used to be a lead blocker. He's now going right at the middle, and we're going to bring a guard around. It's the only time that we've seen so far that we're going to have a guard pulling. So when you do this, what you end up with is you got a quarterback who takes the ball. He's faking to a fullback that's going as hard as he can up the middle. He's giving the ball to a guy going this way, and then when he's done, he's sprinting as hard as he can the other way. And so these guys that are over here on defense do not get to cheat, do not get to tell ahead of time where the ball's going to go, and it makes them play honest. So if our guys can get on them, all we got to do is be tough and go get them as hard as we can. Which brings me to the last thing that you can do with the crossbuck series. Let me show you real quick. Okay, so if we did this eye right look again. All right, so we're in eye right, and this time we will call 16 crossbuck. Okay, well, the 6 is right here. The 1 is the quarterback, so everybody's still doing the same crossbuck series. You got the fullback going this way. You've got the tailback and halfback going this way. And so we're going to block down on that tackle. This end always comes up the field. They can't help themselves. That's what they do. Everybody's firing out. Again, on crossbuck, if you hear 6 or 7 crossbuck, the other guard is going to pull and get through there. And in this case, the lead blocker, instead of the fullback going up the middle, the fullback, we fake to him, and he goes and kicks out that end. And so you've now got the fullback going one way, a guard coming to help him. You've got all these other backs going that way. The quarterback fakes the handoff right there. I'm going to change colors on the quarterback. So the quarterback turns, fakes the handoff, watches that guy that go that way for just a second, and then tucks it up and gets right back in there. And so that gives us, with the same look, three different ways of attacking this. Okay? All right, that's a good introduction of how we're going to get started. I hope that you guys will watch this ahead of time and kind of get familiar with the way we're communicating to you. The biggest reason that we do this is so that when we get in the huddle, we've only got a few seconds to call a play, and we want to be able to make sure everybody knows what they're doing without having to go right down the line and tell every single person what they have to do in every play. All right, look forward to a successful year. We're going to win a lot of games.